Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance, where I show you how to make the most likely repairs you'll need to make in your lifetime. If you'd like to get the latest videos, subscribe and then hit the little bell icon right at the subscribe button and it'll notify you of any new videos when they're released for you. Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Well, I've got a different stove that none of the range elements get hot. So I wanted to test this one here, and it gets hot right away. So take this one here and I'm going to test the resistance on it. We're doing an ohm test, and so I'm putting it to ohms, 2000 ohms, and testing just from one lead to the other lead. And we've got about 22 ohms. So 22 ohms resistance. And I'm just curious if there's something else going on with the other unit, with the other stove. So I'm going to go check that. I'm actually going to bring this element and see if it'll work. I did buy a little bit cheaper elements. These elements are about $20, $20 to $30, and then this is a cheap element that's like $10. So I just wanted to check. It has the same plug-in style. We wanted to see if our resistance was even close. This other one was 22 ohms. It's not far off, 28 ohms. I'm going to test this one here because what's weird is the other one wouldn't heat even with anything. So let's check it here. Oh yeah, it got hot right away. So I definitely have something else going on with the other deal. It's not necessarily the elements. This thing got way hot right away. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. And that tells me that it's not my elements over there, so I'm not sure what it is. It's something internal to the stove. So I need to do a little bit more testing. We'll see. Can test the socket here. Go one lead to each side and setting this to volts. So this I'm set to 500 on the volts. Insert it in the plug, one on each side, and then turn it on. We'll see what our voltage is. About 120 there. And my meter's getting hot, just kidding. Alright. So I'll test it on the other one and we'll see if we're getting power or not. Test on the small one. Gonna let that one cool down for a minute. Okay. Put this on the smaller. Run both leads in. And here we go. On the front one, 120 as well. Alright. So, I'll go test my other unit and see what's going on. So I've got a stove that's elements are not getting hot even with new elements. That thing needs a cool down. Okay, here's my stove where I have the problem at, and test our element. Our other one had 22 on the resistance, so I'll set this to resistance, and just one lead to each side. 22, so our element's fine. And then now testing the socket itself. Let's see what our voltage is at. So I'll flip this over to voltage. Got it turned off, and we'll go one lead to each side. There's voltage, and let's see. Uh-oh. No voltage. 0. We've got a problem here with our stove. It's going to be a little bit trickier, and this is actually happening on all of every single one of the deals. I'll show you on this one here. Here we go, and this is the back one, so it's this one, 0. So, I'm guessing we have a fuse or something in the stove. It's actually gone wrong, so I'm going to need to take the stove out. And test it. Now I can either unplug it, or I can go turn the breaker off. The breaker was probably a little bit easier. Let's go see. Here it goes. Breaker and stove. And we'll be able to tell if all the lights are out on the display, if that actually got it. So let's take a look. All right, yep, so. Okay. Now we need to get behind here and test it out. So let's see what we got. We've got a few different sized deal here. Let's see if this will make testing it a bit easier too, because we may need to turn the power back on once we get in here. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think we necessarily need to remove these other deals all the way. Looks like it just lifts out here. We'll take that out. That'll make it easier. And then that lifts out. Alright. So let's see what's going on. Control board. Power control board. And so this one's a little bit different. Here's our control display board. Do we have a bad board? Do we just have bad deal here? Here's our light. And kind of looking for a fuse or anything like that. I don't see anything. Let's see. Controls. It dawns on me that this thing may be under warranty. I'd rather, fix it if I can, rather than waiting for the warranty, but this one, it's not too old. I'm going to disconnect. Here's the control board. Got our leads there. Here. There we go, that's plugged in, back in. So I should be able to test if I have power going to the leads. Just going power to ground. Turning the unit back on. Should have power going into the rheostat and then coming back out each of the rheostats. Kind of wish I had the manual on this. I think I have it. I have a manual somewhere, but got a really loose cabinet up here. I'll fix that before I get too far. It's really loose. Look at that. It's much better there. Much better there. All right. That was way loose. Okay. So back to the mission at hand. I'm gonna go turn the breaker back on, and just gonna test for voltage. And this might be a board issue. Okay, so I've got my volts set here to volts. And just gonna go to ground. Ground. This will definitely be a little easier to turn it on and do it. Nothing. 120. Got 120 right there. So, what's going on? Got 120. And that's on the back panel. So that's weird. We've got 120 on the deal, but no 120. Let's take a look inside. In theory, if we have voltage there, then we should have voltage here. Here's the sockets. Turn my light here. Put the light in there. Okay. You can see the links there. Okay. Turn it on. Got 18 volts. Not enough volts. And so let's see if we turn it off. Hmm. 19 volts. There's not enough voltage going through there, so something is up. All right. $20 volts. Let's take a look back here. Yep, gonna have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Again, this one's under warranty, possibly. So I'm gonna need to possibly call it in under warranty. The good thing is I'll get to learn from the warranty company, possibly, what's actually going on. So that's a good thing. My suspicion is a bad control board, could be a bad bank of the rheostats. And yeah, I also can research the manual. So for now, I'm going to take a picture of the serial number, which is right here, model number and serial number. I'll grab a photo of that. There we go. Nice clear shot. I'll get a second one just in case. And then I can use that to go and call in the warranty. And also do a little bit of research. So back to the drawing board. Lower these back down. Okay, I have the breaker turned out. I had one more thought as I was going to work on this, and that is to verify incoming voltage. So what I want to do is test for 220 in my outlet. So if the breaker was bad or something along that line, we could get a low voltage signal that way. So just gonna pull the plug here and test for 220 this way. The two legs of the 220 meet up here. It's gonna be stubborn. I have to just get power going first and then do it that way. Turn the power back on. Test it out. Have the breaker back on. And test for 220. We do not have 220. There's our problem. So testing to ground. Looks like we've got a bad breaker. Look, on this side no power, and on this side we got 120. So we've got one leg of no power. So it's either a bad breaker or a bad plug here. My guess is a bad breaker. I'm gonna go with that. All right, so all that for the stove, and it wasn't even the stove. So pretty crazy. I'll go ahead and turn the power off, put the stove back together, because that is not the problem, and get a new breaker, change out the breaker, and if need be, change out the plug, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be the breaker. Okay, so glad that I did not call this one in under warranty, as that was not the problem. It was actually just that. I'm pretty sure it was just the, let's see which way this was. Was like that. There we go. And looks like we got the back screw on the side here. And those up. Big screw here with the washers up top. So how funny was that? No, not the socket, not the not the element, but the incoming power. So again, just going to need to try the breaker or the plug. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be the breaker. But we will prove it out. There we go. All right, stove's back together, and now we're ready. And power is turned off here. And that was the yeah, I can feel it right there. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be the breaker. Plug that back in. All right, and we're all set. So turning out the main breaker here, and you'll want to either do a lockout tag out so no one turns the power back on you when you're going out. Mine has an entire cabinet door that I could just put a temporary padlock, a lockout padlock on the entire cabinet, so it makes that nice and easy and much safer. Okay, so I've turned off the breaker. Make this safer. And what I've done is gone ahead and grabbed two 30 amp breakers because I'm going to check the AC breaker and the range breaker. Sometimes what happens is something goes wrong with the AC and it has an effect on the range breaker. So I'm just going to check both breakers, make it a little bit better here. All right. Okay, yeah, see, they're both bad AC. And the other one. So it's good. Let's make sure all the breakers below are okay, and they are. Clean off everything here. And change out the bad breakers, which I show in other videos. That was bad. Always stand a little to the side when you're resetting them. You never know. Plug these back in. I'll just verify it's getting nice and hot really fast. Nice and hot. All right. Oh, I'm glad I didn't call that one out for warranty. That's all it was bad breakers. Okay, and the AC is working good. Done deal. Okay, and this one did work out. I changed the breakers. I verified that everything was working good, but I'm actually probably going to go back and replace the breaker panel or have the breaker panel replaced. Hopefully I'll be able to get some good footage on that. At the very least, probably have it inspected by a qualified electrician and go with the recommendation there. Something this bad, at a certain point, it's better to be safe than sorry. And it did fix it. And the main point I wanted to show was that the problem for the stove wasn't actually the stove. It was actually the power supply. And so sometimes the problem with calling things out under warranty right away is that sometimes it's not what you think it was. And this one, it's kind of just a good lesson. The lesson learned is test for proper voltage first before just assuming it's actually the equipment. It could just be you don't have proper voltage. So that's the story on this one. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out. Be safe out there and be well. You there! Wait for me. I dare not stop, for the avenger of blood is behind me. Is that you?
question. Praise God. How long did you stay in the city of destruction before you followed after me till I could stay no longer? What sorts of things did you meet with on your journey? Well, I met a woman named Walton who tried to seduce me with her lies. But I remember that I was once told that her steps lead down to hell. So I shut my eyes to pass her by. She called me names and ridiculed me, but I escaped with my life. You did well, my friend, to escape her clutches, but there is no contentment in that lifestyle. So make yourself to God and resist the devil, and the devil will flee. After that I met a man named Adam who told me I should dwell in his land. I asked him what sort of house he kept. He told me at his table all the best was served, and that if I wanted I could even marry his 3 daughters. Lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. At first I was inclined to go with him, but then I changed my mind. For I perceived that he would make me his slave, so I got me up to leave. He told me he would send a man to kill me, and so I left that place in a hurry. I made it out the door and halfway up the hill of difficulty, I was overtaken by a man. He hit me to the ground and proceeded to whip me. Sir, have I done something wrong? He said this beating is because of your secret liking for Adam. I cried, have mercy and spare my life. I think that this man, he would have killed me if not the one who interceded on my behalf. He told him to stop. Who was this man that told him to stop? I didn't know who it was at first, but then I saw the holes in his hands. The man who beat you was none other than Moses. He shows no mercy to those who transgress the law.